In the beginning, there was the question. Yeah, not the answer, not the tool, not the weapon, just that simple, profound three-letter word that has, built our entire world. Why? I mean, think about it. From the first human who gazed up at the stars and just wondered, all the way to the child who asks, "Why is the sky blue?" for like the 100th time. This single word, it's been the engine of all human progress. Welcome to the XFO Intelligence Podcast. So today we're exploring a topic that really sits at the very core of our work here, and honestly, at the heart of our future. As we stand at this precipice of a true artificial intelligence revolution, we've come to believe that this one word, why, it's no longer just a sign of curiosity. No, it's our primary survival mechanism. It's our competitive advantage, and it's our path to meaning in this increasingly automated world. Our research here at XFO Intelligence, it's led us to a really startling truth, and it's this. Why operates as a kind of fractal intelligence. It's a self-similar pattern, you see. It scales from a single neuron firing in your brain all the way up to the entire arc of global civilization. Think of a slime mold, right? A creature with no brain, no central nervous system that can solve complex mazes to find food. Well, humanity's collective ability to ask why works in a similar way. It's a distributed intelligence that self-organizes, adapts, and evolves all through the simple act of inquiry. And today, we'll unpack why mastering this power isn't just beneficial, it's existential. Okay, let's start with first principles. At our biological core, humans are not just, rational actors or emotional beings. We are meaning-making machines. We are causal inference engines. Unlike any other known species, we don't just react to the world, we build narratives to explain why events occur. And this isn't just culture, it's neurology. Why is the linguistic tool our brain uses to externalize this fundamental cognitive process? Think about the questions we ask every day. What, where, when, how, and why? They aren't all created equal. What, where, and when are descriptive. They, paint a picture. How is procedural. It describes a mechanism. But why? Why sits at the apex. It reveals purpose and causation. It's the key that unlocks human agency. When you understand why something is happening, you gain the power to influence it. When you don't, you're merely a passenger reacting to effects. Our research models this with a simple but powerful relationship we call the agency equation. Your agency is equal to your understanding of causality multiplied by your freedom to act. So if you remove the why, that understanding of causality, the entire equation, it just collapses to zero. And this explains that phenomenon of learned helplessness we see in any system that systematically denies people the right to ask why. And here's where the idea gets truly mind-bending. This power of why is a fractal. The same core pattern, curiosity leading to understanding, which leads to agency, that repeats itself across every scale of human existence. At the individual level, it shapes your identity and your life's path. At the organizational level, it's the difference between a company that stagnates and one that adapts, all based on understanding the customer's why. And at the societal level, it's the force behind every paradigm shift and revolution. I mean, every major turning point in history was driven by people brave enough to ask why things had to be the way they were. We even simulated this using agent-based modeling inspired by those slime mold algorithms. We watched a digital society of agents with varying levels of curiosity. At first, it's just random noise. But then something beautiful happens. Pathways of inquiry start to emerge. A tipping point is reached, and we found this happens when about 37% of the agents keep a high curiosity, where the entire system shifts from passive acceptance to active, collective problem solving. It develops a kind of immune system against false narratives because it is constantly trying to verify cause and effect. So, why does this matter more today than at any other point in human history? First, we are facing a devastating meaning crisis. We are drowning in information but starving for wisdom. We have more access to answers than ever before, but data shows the vast majority of people feel deeply disconnected from a sense of purpose in their work, in their lives. And second, there is the AI challenge. AI is rapidly and brilliantly mastering the what, where, when, and how. It can calculate, recognize patterns, even generate creative works at a superhuman scale. But the one domain that remains uniquely human is why. An AI can tell you how to achieve a goal with terrifying efficiency, but only a human can decide why that goal is worth achieving in the first place. This is not a story of man versus machine. It is a story of synergy. Our focus shouldn't be on competing with AI on its terms. It has to be on building systems that amplify our most human capacity. This is where we must develop what we call AI-enhanced why intelligence. Imagine an AI that doesn't just spit out answers, but actually helps you ask better, deeper questions. An AI that can detect your own cognitive biases in real time, pointing out the why you haven't even considered. This is the very essence of what we are building with frameworks like our deep augmented thinking. It's not about replacing the human mind. It's about creating a structured cognitive partnership that enhances our natural fractal intelligence. It's about designing systems that are anti-fragile, that actually get stronger from stress and disorder, because they are built on a foundation of constant, relentless questioning. The path forward is clear. The question isn't whether we can afford to invest in this why intelligence. The question is, can we possibly afford not to? The future will not belong to those who have the best answers. It will belong to those who ask the best questions. And in that simple, powerful truth lies our hope, our agency, and our humanity. Thank you for tuning in to the XFO Intelligence Podcast. If this conversation sparked your curiosity, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the systems that shape our world. And now, here's a question we'd like you to think about. What is the one critical why question that your organization, your community, or even you yourself have stopped asking?